Hello everyone! We are continuing our section about the Terraform state file. We already migrated the local state file to the remote S3 bucket, but this makes also complicated process of reading the data. No worries, on such cases the Terraform prepares something interesting. On this video, I want to show you how to do this with the more official way, using the Terraform remote state data. And this one can appear on the exam. Also, after this, I will show you alternative way how to do this, but already using the AWS Terraform provider. But please keep attention on the exam. There you can have a task to use specifically some way for the reading the state. And on the case if you have a task to read the state file using exactly the Terraform remote state data, use it. Like points on the exam can be counted based on this. And of course, if you have no such requirement, you have a full freedom to choose your solution. But I'm still recommend to use the Terraform official solution if you have a choice. And we are starting exactly from it. Type on the search line data Terraform remote state and link on the developer HashiCorp website. Okay, so what is the Terraform remote state? This is the data which sources the latest state snapshot of the state file, and it's not required to you install any provider for this, like this is part of the Terraform. It supports all backends, and S3 is also supported. Below you can find the example how to use it, and on the case if you will spot some task with the remote state data, do not forget that you have the documentation which you're allowed to use. Now copy that data block, create remote state TF file, and paste data block here. This example is on the Terraform cloud, like the backend is remote. On our case we need to change it to the S3. And like the attributes for the config block, we can copy from the backend file, the which we already have. So now data Terraform remote state is pointed on the S3 bucket and on the our S3 state file. And actually this is it. Now we can use it on our scripts. It can be part of any other resources or use it for any other data manipulation. We are going to use it for the outputs. I would replicate same output like we had from the resources, like the IAM role ARN, but now read these values from the state. Copy ARN output, change the name, like we cannot have two same outputs, and the value from the data. Terraform remote state S3, and refer to the outputs from this state file. To be more specific, IAM role ARN. How it looks like in general. So technically, we have implemented resource, create output for it, and put this output to the S3 file. And now we are using this data, reading this output from the state file, and create new output for this. I know it's a bit complicated and makes kind of infinity loop, but I think this is the best and simplest way to show you how looks like Terraform remote state file in a use. Try it. Init, and apply. The output is on a place. ARN record is replicated, but now from the other source. And we don't need to download any additional provider for that. Let's cancel it and do the same using the AWS provider. Open Terraform registry and find S3 bucket object data. Copy the basic example with the data and put it after the output. This is exactly one more way how we can do this. This is not official way and it's not fully recommended, so use it only on a case if you have no other way. For this, we are utilizing the same AWS provider and using the data to get specific S3 file from the bucket. Change the name together with the bucket and key. Create locals block and set S3 object state local and the value from the data AWS S3 object state. Just put it on the JSON decode function. Now we can define new output. Let it be S3 object state IAM role ARN. Value from local refer to outputs and get the IAM role ARN record value. Oh, we forgot to add the body. Like we are need to read exactly the body from the state file. Do apply again. And we have the same output value. So now we have two ways how we can read the values from the S3 bucket object. And again, reminder, that recommended way with the Terraform remote state data, like the S3 object data, receiving other data from the files. But still, that's possible to use. Confirm it. And we get it. To make our code more beauty, remove the locals block and move the JSON decode to the output value. Apply again. And no changes. Before the commit, do not forget to do the fmt command. So now we know how to use and read state files and use this information for our scripts. So like here we are using two ways to read the state and use them like the outputs. And also remember that after the implementation, we have this data on the items list of the state file. Good, that's all for now. Thank you for watching and see you soon.